Love's a breach in the walls, a broken gate, where that comes in that shall not go again. Love sells the proud heart's citadel to fate. They have known shame who love unloved, even then, when two mouths, thirsty each for each, finds flaking, and agonies forgot, and hush the crying of crazeless hearts in heaven. Such are but taking their own poor dreams within their arms, and lying, each in his lonely night, each with a ghost. Some share that night, but they know love grows colder, grows false and dull, though sweet lies at most. Astonishment is no more in hand or shoulder, but darkens and dies out from kiss to kiss. All this is love, and all love is but this.
All thoughts, all passions, all delights, whatever stirs this mortal frame, all are but ministers of love and feed his sacred flame. Oft in my waking dreams do I live o'er again that happy hour, when midway on the mount I lay beside the ruined tower. The moonshine stealing o'er the scene had blended with the lights of eve, and she was there, my hope, my joy, my own dear Genevieve. She leaned against the armed man, the statue of the armed knight. She stood and listened to my lay amid the lingering light. Few sorrows hath she of her own, my hope, my joy, my Genevieve. She loves me best whene'er I sing the songs that make her grieve. I played a soft and doleful air, I sang an old and moving story, an old rude song that suited well that ruin wild and hoary. She listened with a flitting blush, with downcast eyes and modest grace, for well she knew I could not choose, but gazed upon her face. I told her of the knight that wore upon his shield a burning brand, and that for 10 long years he wooed the lady of the land. I told her how he pined, and the deep, the low, the pleading tone, with which I sang another's love, interpreted my own. She listened with a flitting blush, with downcast eyes and modest grace, and she forgave me that I gazed too fondly on her face. But when I told the cruel scorn that crazed that bold and lovely knight, and that he crossed the mountain woods, nor rested day nor night, that sometimes from the savage den, and sometimes from the darksome shade, and sometimes starting up at once in green and sunny glade, there came and looked him in the face an angel beautiful and bright, and that he knew was a fiend, this miserable night, and that, unknowing what he did, he leaped amid a murderous band, and saved from outrage worse than death the lady of the land. And how she wept and clasped his knees, and how she tended him in vain, and ever strove to expiate the scorn that crazed his brain, and that she nursed him in a cave, and how his madness went away when on the yellow forest leaves a dying man he lay, his dying words. But when I reached that tenderest strain of all the ditty, my faltering voice and pausing harp disturbed her soul with pity. All impulses of soul and sense had thrilled my guileless Genevieve. The music and the doleful tale, the rich and balmy eve, and hopes and fears that kindle hope, an undistinguishable throng, and gentle wishes long, subdued, subdued, and cherished long. She wept with pity and delight, she blushed with love and virgin shame, and like the murmur of a dream, I heard her breathe my name. Her bosom heaved, she stepped aside, as conscious of my look she stepped, then suddenly with timorous eye, she fled to me and wept. She half enclosed me with her arms, she pressed me with a meek embrace, and bending back her head looked up, and gazed upon my face. 'Twas partly love and partly fear, and partly 'twas a bashful art, that I might rather feel than see the swelling of her heart. I calmed her fears, and she was calm, and told her love with virgin pride, and so I won my Genevieve, my bright and beauteous bride.
My own dear love, he is strong and bold, and he cares not what comes after. His words ring sweet as a chime of gold, and his eyes are lit with laughter. He is jubilant as a flag unfurled. Oh, a girl, she not forget him. My own dear love, he is all my world, and I wish I'd never met him. My love, he's mad, and my love, he's fleet, and a wild young wood thing bore him. The ways are fair to his roaming feet, and the skies are sunlit for him. As sharply sweet to my heart he seems as the fragrance of acacia. My own dear love, he is all my dreams, and I wish he were in Asia. My love runs by like a day in June, and he makes no friends of sorrows. He'll tread his galloping rigadoon in the pathway of the morrows. He'll live his days where the sunbeams start, nor could storm or wind uproot him. My own dear love, he is all my heart, and I wish somebody'd shoot him.
I love to see the big white moon a-shine in the sky. I love to see the little stars when the shadow clouds go by. I love the raindrops falling on my rooftop in the night. I love the soft wind sighing before the dawn's gray light. I love the deepness of the blue in my Lord's heaven above. But better than all these things, I think I love my lady love.
of your whole life, give but a moment. All of your life that has gone before, all to come after it, so you ignore. So you made perfect the present, condense in a rapture of rage for perfection's endowment. Thought and feeling and soul and sense merged in a moment, which gives me at last. You around me for once, you beneath me, above me sure that despite of time future, time past, this tick of our lifetimes, one moment you love me, how long such suspension may linger, as sweet, the moment eternal, just that and no more. When ecstasy's utmost, we clutch at the core, while cheeks burn, arms open, eyes shut, and lips meet.
A single flower he sent me since we met. All tenderly his messenger he chose, deep-hearted pure, with scented dew still wet. One perfect rose. I knew the language of the floweret. My fragile leaves, it said, his heart enclose. Love long has taken for his amulet one perfect rose. Why is it no one ever sent me yet? One perfect limousine, do you suppose? Oh no, it's always just my luck to get one perfect rose.
At the coffee shop you love, white mugs heavy on the table between us. Young baristas, spiky-haired and patient, cannot imagine how two people so old to them could feel so wanton. Coffee growing cold between us. Middle-aged bodies growing hot under the other's gaze. Even now, apart, you send me songs. So I may listen to love from the golden throat of a saxophone. Piano keys playing jazz across my soft belly. How is it the tide of terror has quit rising in me, or rises and recedes as tides do? Bring sea glass worked smooth and lovely by the sheer fact of time, bringing trash. Plastic mesh and old sneakers, useless things, now we might bag up and remove. Bring a lapping tongue of water up over our toes, as we hold hands and walk along its edge, carefully, gleefully, both.
I love you because the earth turns round the sun, because the north wind blows north sometimes, because the Pope is Catholic and most rabbis are Jewish, because the winters flow into springs and the air clears after a storm, because only my love for you, despite the charms of gravity, keeps me from falling off this earth into another dimension. I love you because it is the natural order of things. I love you like the habit I picked up in college of sleeping through lectures or saying I'm sorry when I get stopped for speeding. Because I drink a glass of water in the morning and chain smoke cigarettes all through the day. Because I take my coffee black and my milk with chocolate. Because you keep my feet warm through my life a mess. I love you because I don't want it any other way. I am helpless in my love for you. Makes me so happy to hear you call my name. I am amazed you can resist locking me in echo chamber where your voice reverberates through the four walls, sending into spasmodic ecstasy. I love you because it's been so good for so long that if I didn't love you, I'd have to be born again. And that is not a theological statement. I am pitiful in my love for you. Is Adele's Tell Me Love is so simple. The thought, though, of you sends indescribably delicious, multitudinous thrills throughout and through in my body. I love you because no two snowflakes are alike, and it is possible if you stand tippy-toe, walk between the raindrops. I love you because I'm afraid of the dark and can't sleep in the light. Because I rub my eyes when I wake up in the morning and find you there. Because you with all your magic powers were determined that I should love you because there was nothing for you but that I would love you. I love you because you made me want to love you more than I love my privacy, my freedom, my commitments and responsibilities. I love you because I changed my life to love you. Because you saw me one Friday afternoon and decided that I would love you. I love you. I love you. I love you.
Masons, when they start upon a building, are
careful to test out the scaffolding. Make sure that planks won't clip at busy points. Secure all ladders, tighten bolted joints. And yet all this comes down when the job's done. Showing off walls of sure and solid stone. So if, my dear, there sometimes seem to be old bridges breaking between you and me, never fear, we may let the scaffolds fall, confident that we have built our wall.
Three paces down the shore, low sounds the lute. The better that my longing you may know. I'm not asking you to come, but can't you go? Three words, I love you, and the whole is said. The greatness that throbs from sun to sun. I'm not asking you to walk, but can't you run? Three paces in the moonlight's glow I stand, and here within the twilight beats my heart. I'm not asking you to finish, but to start.
Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's lease hath all too short a date. Sometime too hot the eye of heaven shine, and often is his gold complexion dim. And every fair from fair sometime decline, by chance or nature's changing course untrimmed. But thy eternal summer shall not fade, nor lose possession of that fair thou owest. Nor shall death brag thou won rest in its shade, when in eternal lines to time thou growest. So long as men can breathe or eyes can see, so long lives this, and this gives life to thee.
She walks in beauty like the night of cloudless climes and starry skies. And all that's best of dark and bright meet in her aspect and her eyes, thus mellowed to that tender light which heaven a gaudy day denies. One shade the more, one ray the less, had half impaired the nameless grace which waves in every raven tress, or softly lightens o'er her face, where thoughts serenely sweet express how pure, how dear the dwelling place. And on that cheek and o'er that brow, so soft, so calm yet eloquent, the smiles that win, the tints that glow, but tell of days in goodness spent, a mind at peace with all below, a heart whose love is innocent.
Up until this sore minute, you could turn the key, pivot away. But mine is the only medicine now wherever you go or follow. The past is so far away, but it flickers, then cleaves the night. The bones of the past splinter between our teeth. This is our life, love. Why did I think it would be anything less than too much of everything? I know you remember that cheap motel on the coast where we drank red wine, the sea flashing its gold scales as sun soaked our skin. You said, this must be what people mean when they say I could die now. Now we're so much closer to death than we were then. Who isn't crushed, stepped out beneath a clumsy heel? Who hasn't stood at the open window, sleepless, for the solace of the damp air? I had to get old to carry both buckets yoked on my shoulders, sweet and bitter waters I drink from. Let me know you, box you. I want your scent in my hair. I want your jokes. Hang your kisses on all my branches, please. Sink your fingers into the darkness of my fur.
Somehow I'm able to reminisce about our future. Somehow my subconscious can describe your best features. Somehow I feel the warmth from our first kiss. Somehow without a sight you're already being missed. Somehow I foresee 50 years have passed. Somehow I foreseen our bond would last. Somehow I get lost in daydreams about you daily. Somehow my flash forwards are clear and never hazy. Somehow I can taste our cake on our wedding day. Somehow I can picture 2 children and one on the way. Somehow I know your loyalty and love will never go astray. Somehow I feel your presence on that hour I'm passing away. Somehow I know our love will hit an all-time high. Somehow even the world will feel that vibe from you and I. Somehow I know you'll keep me thrilled and filled by the butterfly. Somehow that sensation is real. That sensation won't yield, I can't deny.
When I see you after so long not seeing you, it is like picking up inside a fist the flop red petals of a drooped red rose. And when you speak in the voice that could only be yours, it is like staring into my fist top's opening, seeing the rose as the rose once was. This is not just to say that the swirl and sweetness soon flops back open to what now is, though it does, but that when I see you after so long not seeing you, I make sense of my feeling in terms of the rose and carry it past goodbye.
My love was of a birth as rare as 'tis for objects strange and high. It was begotten by despair upon impossibility. Magnanimous despair alone could show me so divine a thing, where feeble hope could ne'er have flown, but vainly flapped its tinsel wing. And yet I quickly might arrive, where my extended soul is fixed. But fate does iron wedges drive, and always crowds itself betwixt. For fate with jealous eye does see 2 perfect loves, nor lets them close. Their union would her ruin be, and her tyrannic power depose. And therefore her decrees of steel us as the distant poles have plaked, though love's whole world on us doth wheel, not by themselves to be embraced. Unless the giddy heaven fall, and earth some new convulsion tear, and us to join the world should all be cramped into a planisphere, as lines so love's oblique may well themselves in every angle greet, but ours so truly parallel, though infinite can never meet. Therefore the love which us doth bind, but fate so endlessly debars, is the conjunction of the mind and opposition of the stars.
Inside, for what the perishable flesh might hide. say the inner part will represent her in my heart. I tell you no. Philosopher, I say I love to sow. I did not dig within content when seasons came, when seasons went. When she would frown, you think I set the meaning of it down. The meaning goes, but something stays. I shall have with me all my days. Her forehead bare one instant, then torn over by her hair. A sudden turn, her hand that rests upon a window toward the west.
I climbed a mountain, and the air constricted breathing. The terrain of the free spirit, that creature so dedicated to surmounting that the mountain, its hanging glacier, its granite slabs, cut through by the trail, its heaps of rocks blocking reasonable access to the turquoise lake beneath its wildflowers, with their fraying lackadaisical paint brushes, went by my eyes so quickly. I never truly left the not yet turning aspens carved by local lovers who loved themselves so much. They stayed right there with their knives until they finished their names.
To find a kiss of yours, what would I give? A kiss that strayed from your lips, dead to love. My lips taste the dirt of shadows, to gaze at your dark eyes. What would I give? Dawns of rainbow garnet, fanning open before God. The stars blinded them one morning in May, and to kiss your pure thighs. What would I give? Raw rose crystal, sediment of the sun.
Your voice is the color of robin's breast, and there's a sweet sound in it like rain, still rain in the night.
Among the leaves of the trumpet tree, close to his nest, the pea-dove sings, and each note thrills me with strange delight, like the words wet with music that well from your trembling throat. I'm afraid of your eyes, they're so bold, searching me through, reading my thoughts, shining like gold. But sometimes they are gentle and soft like the dew on the lips of the yew cherries. Before the sun comes warm with his lover's kiss, you are sea foam, pure with the stars' loveliness. Not mortal, a flower, a fairy, too fair for the beauty show on earth. All wonderful things, all beautiful things, gave of their wealth to your birth. Oh, I love you so much, not recking of passion, that I feel it is wrong, but men will love you, flower, fairy, non-mortal spirit, burdened with flesh, forever, lifelong.
Again and again, even though we know love's landscape, and a little churchyard with its lamenting names, and the terrible reticent gorge in which the others end. Again and again, the two of us walk out together under the ancient trees, lay ourselves down, again and again among the flowers, and look up into the sky.
Do you still remember falling stars, how they leapt slantwise through the sky, like horses over suddenly held out hurdles of our wishes? Did we have so many? For stars, innumerable, leapt everywhere. Almost every gaze upward became wedded to the swift hazard of their play, and our heart felt like a single thing beneath that vast disintegration of their brilliance, and was whole, as if it would survive them. if love be love, if love be ours, faith and unfaith can ne'er be equal powers. Unfaith in aught is want of faith in all. It is the little rift within the lute that by and by will make the music mute, and ever widening slowly silence all. The little rift within the lover's lute, or little pitted speck in garnered fruit, that rotting inward slowly moulders all. It is not worth the keeping, let it go. But shall it answer, darling, answer no, and trust me not at all, or all in all.
When we could no longer walk or explore, we decided to wear the maps and would sit talking, pointing to places, sometimes touching mountains, canyons, deserts on each other's body. And that was how we fell in love again, sitting next to each other in the home that was not our home, writing letters with crooked words, crooked lines we handed back and forth. The huge hours and spaces between us growing smaller and smaller.
I know this from looking into storefronts, taste buds voguing the light from the way. Treasure glows when I imagine pressing its opulence into your hand. I want to buy your cobalt velvet couch, all your haters' teeth, strung up like pearls. A canvas vineyard and plane tickets to every island on earth. But my pockets are filled with lint and love alone. Touch these inanimate gods to my eyelids when you kiss me. Linen, leather, gator skin, silk, satin lace, onyx, marble, gold, ferns, leopard, crystal, sandalwood, mink, pearl, stiletto, matte nails, and plush lips glossed in my 90s. Baby saliva. Pour the glitter over my bare skin. I want a lavish life. Us in the crook of a hammock, incensed by romance, the bowerbird will forego rest and meals so he may prim and anticipate amenity for his singing lover. Call me a gaunt bird, the keeper of altars, shrines to the tactile how they shine for you. Fold your wings around my shoulders. Promise me that should I drown in want-made waste, the dress I sink in will be exquisite.
We too, how long we were fooled, now transmuted, we swiftly escape. As nature escapes, we are nature. Long have we been absent, but now we return. We become plants, trunks, foliage, roots, bark. We are bedded in the ground. We are rocks. We are oaks. We grow in the openings, side by side. We browse. We are two among the wild, herd spontaneous as any. We are two fishes swimming in the sea together. We are what locust blossoms are. We drop scent around lanes, mornings and evenings. We are also the coarse smut of beasts, vegetables, minerals. We are two predatory hawks. We soar above and look down. We are two resplendent suns. We it is who balance ourselves orbic and stellar. We are as two comets. We prowl fanged and four-footed in the woods. We spring on prey. We are two clouds for noons and afternoons driving overhead. We are seas mingling. We are two of those cheerful waves rolling over each other and interwetting each other. We are what the atmosphere is, transparent, receptive, pervious, impervious. We are snow, rain, cold, darkness. We are each product and influence of the globe. We have circled and circled till we have arrived home again. We too, we have voided all but freedom and all but our own joy.
I'm waiting for your presence day by day. I'm craving for your pure, exquisite tastes. I'm fiending for your silky, smooth touch. I'm hounding for your enticing aroma. I'm seeking for blissful words of enlightenment. I'm expanding my heart deeper and wider for your love. I can't be without you. I can't think without you. I can't sleep without you. Where is peace without you? But I'm wondering, who are you?
Why I love thee. Ask why the sea wind wanders, why the shore is aflush with the tide. Why the moon through heaven meanders like seafaring ships that ride on a sullen, motionless deep. Why the seabirds are fluttering the strand, where the waves seem themselves to sleep, and starshine lives in the curves of the sand.
Thank you.